Yay. Okay. All right. I think we're good. So, thank you for letting me interview you. Super
Yeah.
exciting. Okay. So, Elyse, but tell me, how do you say your last name? Bouchard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Awesome. Awesome. So, welcome to Coffee Talk. And I love to just interview people and get to know their story. And you stood out to me because you're fun. I can tell. I
Well,
can tell
thanks.
you're fun. You're so interactive in all of our stuff. And I asked Amy a little bit. I said, "Does Elyse have a story? Tell me a little bit about when you got started and all that." And she said that you've been rocking it out lately. And so I'm like, I would love to interview her. So I was so happy when you said yes. I was like, yay. So tell me, Elyse, a little bit about, I don't know how long, I think Amy said you were a customer for a while.
hmm
Um, Tell me before you met Amy, right? Before you met Amy, were you already a customer of Beachbodies or did you learn about Beachbody through Amy?
I learned about Beachbody through Amy, and I actually had to look back at what our first interaction was because I couldn't exactly remember where it was. But I must have just been, scrolling on social media randomly, like we do
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And I came across her, and it was one of her videos, and she just spoke to me, and so I just reached out to her and interacted with her story on Instagram. So that's initially how I got started. But I hadn't heard. I had heard of Beachbody, but I didn't know anything about it before I saw that on Instagram. So.
Sure, that makes tons of sense. Okay, cool. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Doesn't matter, but just right now, tell me a little bit about yourself. If I was like, "Oh, hey, this is Elise. Elise is," tell me about Elise.
Well, career wise, that isn't exactly who I am, but career wise, I'm a marketer. I work for a marketing agency in Colorado, in northern
Okay.
Colorado. Right now it's all remote. I used to work in an office with like 600 people, but because of COVID it's all remote.
Yeah.
um so that isn't who I am. Who I am, I'm a Colorado native. I've been in Colorado for a long time, since I was born. I moved to Nashville randomly for like a year and a half. My uncle lived there to pursue like something in the music industry, like marketing wise, for a little bit. But other than that, I've been in Colorado my whole life. I went to college here, high school here, all school here. Um,
Wow.
and my family's all, well, they were from Minnesota, but my mom and dad have been here like 45 plus years now. So, um,
Awesome.
yeah,
I've never been. Never been to
you
Colorado.
need to come visit when we can travel again.
Yeah, I would love to come visit. I don't need to wait till we can travel again. I'm just gonna come.
Okay. I mean,
So
the mountains are a great way to escape. So,
so you work for a marketing firm. You went to
hmm
school and was raised around the same area that you live now, correct?
hmm correct.
Okay, awesome. And tell me a little bit about life before Beachbody and what made you how do I say that? What made you when you said she spoke to you, where were you at where you were like, yes, I need this in my life?
So originally I liked it because she wasn't very like, she wasn't pushing it at me. It was more just me. I originally reached out to her, and then she was like, well, now is actually a great time, because it was actually when they were launching MM 100. So, and when she showed me the video, I was like, oh my God, it's a redheaded, like instructor. I have to like think about this more. And then because us redheads have to stick together. Um,
I get it. I
and
have two redheads, so I
yes,
understand.
I saw your kids. They're adorable. Um, but yeah, I think I was in a place where I needed something to motivate me. And I really got into it like right after I signed up. It was more just like emotionally, I think I needed something to commit to. I had like various things in my personal life happen that were out of my control, and I knew that this was something I could control. Working out every day and focusing on my health and nutrition, and those were things I was lacking in my life anyways, so it was good for me to focus on those. But more, it was like the ability to control the uncontrollable um was weighing on me, so I shifted to something that I could control.
It makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
Tell me, so when you got started with MM100, did you finish it or no? Did you complete it?
No, I didn't. And I actually got to like day like 88, and then life happened and something derailed me. But actually now I'm actually redoing the program and finishing out the year doing it, and I am so committed to it. I've now done I re like I probably took a little bit of time where I was just going like and trying out new programs for a while, and then COVID hit and I tried Muscle Burns Fat, and I got addicted to that. Did Muscle Burns Fat, Muscle Burn Fat Advance, and then Amy would reach out to me and be like, what like kicked in for you? Like where did that motivation come from? I was like, I don't know. I loved Megan though. She just motivated the heck out of me.
I
Um
like her too.
I don't know. There's something about her. She's just really relatable. Um and then I in between programs, I was like, I'm gonna do MM100, and I'm doing the like accelerated version where you do like 2 workouts a day. So you do the 100 days and 60 days.
Hold on
So
one second.
oh yeah, of course.
I'm in the middle of recording a podcast. Remember when I told you I was on an interview? No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Downstairs. Please go. Thank you. Where's that? I don't know. Oh my goodness. I have never had someone interrupt me. See, this is the timing difference thing. Thankfully, we're not live. All right. So maybe we can edit that out. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm just doing the accelerated program of it. I was like, I'm committing to this through the end of the year, and then I'm gonna do 9-week control freak because I have all my stuff for that. But yeah.
So you're doing the accelerated part?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. That's hardcore. And so you did MBF and then MBFA, and now you're doing doubles basically of
Mm-hmm.
MM100. Holy crud, you go, girl. That is freaking awesome. Any
Yeah.
doubles, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Well, I mean, I don't have kids either right now at the moment. So, I mean, I have time. I just schedule.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe if I might, maybe. Different situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so awesome. So tell me, when did you commit to MBF? That was in July, maybe?
Yeah. It was right when it came out. Mm-hmm. And
That is awesome.
I've been a coach since I signed up. I just originally signed up for it for the discounts, and only really got into it in like MBF, and now with 9-week control freak. So
Awesome. Awesome. I am so proud of you. That is
thank
so
you.
cool. So tell me how you feel though. How do you feel now that you went, I mean, that's 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, another. Now you're like finishing up MM100. So that's a long time. So how do you feel now that you've completed programs? I feel like completing a program, I don't care if it's 3 days, 30 days, I really don't care. You like get this confidence about yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh, completely. I well, not only the mood boost, but the newfound confidence is just, it's mind blowing, from because like I feel like the confidence I can exude and inside myself is great, but also the confidence I can exude to coaching and inspire others that way is like 10 times more, because I'm like, if I can do it with a million things going on in life happening, like anyone can do it. Like I can help them do it. So it exudes that confidence in coaching as well, not just inside me, although the energy boost, the mood boost and everything, I'm just soaking in as well, because completing that program, and it was a hard program. But that was amazing to me as well.
It's freaking awesome. It's so great. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time with my earbuds, so I'm going to take that out and I'm going to take this. No biggie. No biggie, but we're going to wait till I can actually hear you.
Okay.
Oh, good. I can hear you. Yay.
Good.
And you can.
Yes, I can.
So, okay. So, huge confidence booster is at what point did you say, you know what, I think I can do this and invite other people to it? Like, did you finish MBF and then finish MBFA and then feel like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to start inviting other people to this.
I think it was just during that program, just the confidence I started gaining. I just really started more, not necessarily inviting people yet, but I was more coming out of my shell, and I would post about it. And then I would get people, like friends and family, reach out to me and ask me about it. And I think that's originally how a lot of coaches start too, is just their friends and family get really involved in what you're doing and start supporting you. And then they're like, hey, wait, like, how do I do that?
Yeah, so true. And tell me about your results over those two almost 3 programs. Do you feel like you got a lot of results from them?
Yes. Not just like inward results, like energy and confidence and things like that, but like physically, I mean, I don't get as, like, I used to get tired running up and down the stairs. And just like those, like just regular day activities, I have more energy to do and I don't get out of breath doing. As far as like inches and things like that, Amy asked me the other day, and I like had to look back because I was taking track of it in the bot app, but I was like, I never really, like, from start to finish, like looked at like the exact, because I just moved to another program. I just kept going. So it, and I think it came down to like 14.3 pounds I lost in MBF and MBFA, and like 16 inches or something like that. So yeah, I was like, I mean, I felt it too. Like I felt smaller, but I think what mattered to me the most too was just the energy I gained and the confidence I gained throughout just finishing a program.
Just sticking with it is such a huge deal. I mean, it really is. I have gone so long in the past of, okay, I'm going to work out and then I'll do it for like a little bit and then I'm done. And then I get mad at myself and I beat myself up. And then a year comes around and I'm like, well, I have a wedding come up. I'll work out again.
Yeah.
And same with my nutrition. I would do the same thing. I would this diet, lose weight, gain it all back. Next diet, lose weight, gain it all back. Next diet, lose weight, gain it. That's a emotional roller coaster. I mean, it's a weight roller coaster, but it is an emotional roller coaster.
It is, and you get down on yourself for it too, which makes it worse because then you don't even want to try anymore. So when you actually finish something, it's like, I can do this.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you didn't use it as you didn't have an end date. You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, next program. Okay, next program. Okay, next program, and that's when things start really happening. When you have that, like, you create that habit where it's just who I am. It's just who I am. I work out every day. That's just who I am. But the old me would have never said that. Like, who am I?
Yeah. And the old me would have not missed like days when I like the day passes so fast and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't work out today. Like I don't feel guilty anymore, but it's more like, why did I miss that? Like I miss it a lot. Like, and I never thought I would get to that point.
Like you're upset because you didn't get to do it, not upset because you didn't do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Huge difference. That is a big, big difference, actually.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because you're not like, you should have worked out. Like, I hate that word should, because it's like it takes a part of like what you like, it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel guilty. And I was like, I don't want to feel guilty for not doing that. It should just be like something I'm excited about.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I love that Megan Davies is the one who like got you into it, and I feel like it's really important when you connect with a program and you fall in love with it. It makes you even open to trying other programs too. I truly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool that you connected with her and now you're moving on. I love it. And now you're like becoming addicted to the challenge.
Yes. Yes, I
You're
am.
like, I'm gonna do 9-week control freak. I'm gonna do MM100 in the advanced portion. Like,
Yeah. Well, and I've never actually done an autumn program, so this will be my first autumn program, and like it makes me nervous a little bit because I've like looked at, I'm like, well, I wonder what she's like as a trainer. So I think I did like one of the workouts of 21 Day Fix, just to see like what it was like, and I was like, oh, she's different. I like her, like
yeah,
she's motivating in a different way.
yeah,
So yeah.
totally. So tell me about your nutrition. How has that changed?
So, before I was eating like crap. Um, I ate out too much.
You're eating mostly out of convenience, like
Yes.
without preparation. Convenience without
Yes.
preparation, yeah.
And like when I would drive to work, I would drive home and pick up something, or even get breakfast on the way to work. It was more of just like, because I was so busy at work, it was more mindlessly eating just whenever I thought I should eat, like different times of day. And now I feel like I'm more just in tune with my body, and what my body like needs to fuel it, not only to work out but to think better during my job, and things like that. Like Shakeology has been a big portion of that, but also Energize. I think Energize is one of my favorite things in the world, because I never knew I could get this like energy boost from something so natural.
Yeah.
Like, and I used to just have it with my workouts, but now I find myself like being like, I should have it in the afternoon because I get like a boost from that, and I can work like another 2 hours or something like that. So, but I think it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just made me, and I actually just recently signed up for HelloFresh, too. So Amy actually, I was like, you get HelloFresh, don't you? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
and so I just made my first meal today, and it's delicious.
Now,
but
do you use Ultimate Portion Fix or do you use To Be Mindset?
To Be Mindset.
Okay. So HelloFresh, it would be pretty simple. I mean, you're just tracking it and seeing how you go with it. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. So Shakeology is a big piece of your day, every day. Energize. Do you use Recover?
I haven't yet. But I ordered it for a 9-week control freak because I want to try it. And if it tastes like chocolate milk, I mean,
it does.
I'm probably gonna like it.
It tastes amazing. It's like amazing. We literally, like Amy and I talk about it all the time. We're like, I didn't want to work out today, but I really wanted my Recover. So it totally makes you, and it makes you want to push too. You're like, well, I gotta earn my Recover.
You can't just have the Recover.
Yeah, there's no reason to drink Recover if you don't push yourself hard. So, and it's a freebie on the plan, unless you're taking it when you shouldn't need it, right? So you gotta push yourself hard to earn it.
Yep.
It's really good. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm sure I'll love it.
I think you will. So how did you, when you first, how did you decide on To Be Mindset? Like, did you see the two programs? I don't know where you, like, because you've been a customer for a while or a coach for a while, did you already have both programs and then choose, or did you buy one knowing that's the one you wanted to do?
I did not buy, when I started last year with MM100, I didn't buy like a nutrition right away.
Okay.
And then
now hold on a second. Now, for anybody who's listening or will be listening to the replay, both programs come now with our challenge pass.
Yes.
But before they didn't. So you had to like either not get one or choose which one to get. And PS, they were $120. Now they're both $240 included in challenge packs, which it still blows my mind that they're just like, oh, here's both of them. I'm like, say what? I bought both of those.
Yeah. Like they're both included, so you get everything from the program, the nutrition, the self-care, like everything you get in one package now.
Right. So I'm
Um,
sorry, go ahead. What made you decide to buy To Be Mindset then?
well, I honestly would like to try Ultimate Portion Fix maybe in the future to see, but like I like the flexibility of To Be Mindset. In my mind, it's no restrictions, and I almost get to eat more, although I think it's about the same. You're just not measuring everything.
Yeah.
So but I think it's psychologically my mind is like, no, you get to eat this big amount of food instead of measuring each thing. Um but I think that's what turned me onto it, because I'm not a diet person. I used to be a diet person. Like I've done Weight Watchers, I've done like, and all the time I would lose weight and then gain it all back. And this is the only time that I've like for the past like 6 months just constantly lost weight.
Awesome.
Just because I'm more aware of what I'm putting in my body.
Now you said you lost like 14, 16 inches. How many inches did you say?
16.
16 inches. So how's your clothing fitting you?
Um, well, because of quarantine, I wear a lot of sweatpants and leggings.
Yeah, like what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing sweatpants now.
Nice on the top.
Yeah. But I have tried on recently like tops that used to be like really like snug on me and are not snug anymore. I'm down like a size in like sweatshirts and things like that. So like I ordered recently a Coach sweatshirt, like the one that was on sale for Cyber Monday or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a large. Like I looked at like the sizing measurements and I was like, I went down a size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
great.
yes.
So tell me two more questions. Okay. One, how has the community made a difference for you? Has it made a difference for you?
It has made all the difference for me. The inspiration that comes from the community that Amy has like on her my coach has on her bod groups, but not only that, on her Facebook groups, on everything. I think it's just the accountability piece and the cheering. Like it's become a habit for me to log everything because I get cheered on, and then I get to cheer on other people who I've never met. I've never met in person, but like we're all going for the same goal and we all share. Like when I struggle, I know I can share that and they'll understand. Or when I'm like, I didn't feel like pushing play today, but I did. And they're like, that's amazing. Good job. Like, I'm like, and I do the same for them. It's just, we're going through this journey together. And I feel like I can be honest in this community, but more than that, it's accountability, which I need that. Like I'm gonna push play, because if I don't, I won't be able to log it, and then I won't be able to like share it with them. So it's like that accountability piece too that's so important as well.
Gosh, I love that. Yes, it's so true. And I was just reading a book not that long ago called Tiny Habits, and it's so good. And he talks about the shine. I love the way he uses the word shine, but it's basically the celebration after the thing that you were wanting to do, right? And it actually makes your brain chemicals, okay? It makes you actually like release some endorphins by giving yourself some like pat on the back, right? And he calls it shine, because it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a reward that you're like buying yourself, but he's talking about the very first thing that happens after you take action, right? And so if you say something positive to yourself, or like yes, or something after doing an action that you're trying to create a habit around, it will happen much faster. It will create this new pathway in your brain much, much faster, so that it actually becomes a habit faster, right? And so by us logging our workout right afterwards, and having people cheer you on is just more of that shine. It's more of that praise, and it's going to create more endorphins and get you more excited to want to do it again. And so it's literally scientifically proven that by doing that and having that feedback, that it's going to create this habit much faster. And so
Yeah.
I love that about our bod groups. I love that about our community, because like you said, they're all cheerleading each other on, they're encouraging each other, but they're not like being discouraging or judging if you aren't doing what you want to be doing, you know?
Exactly.
I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, it makes my heart so full. I love hearing that. So, okay, last question. How do you feel now, months later? You're now into this awesome routine. You've taken action. You're building on this community. You're starting to invite other people to the community because you're seeing such results. How has your life changed?
My life has taken a complete 180. If you ask people that are like in my life, like that knew me like my whole life, my parents, my friends, my club, like they've noticed like a complete 180 in my confidence, one, but two, just more of like I'm happier. Like honestly, I I not only because of the endorphins of the exercise and probably the science that goes behind that, but because like I'm able to inspire and help others, and that's one of my purposes. That's even with marketing, like I'm able to help small businesses grow. Like that's and so that's why I love my job so much. But outside of that, like being a coach is inspiring and helping others grow personally, and because I've experienced it, it even makes it like 10 times better that I can share it and help people at the same time.
Awesome. So awesome. I am so happy and grateful for you, Elyse, for getting on here and sharing with us. Well, me right now. We'll be recording it. But and
I'm
sorry about all
sorry,
the
guys. I'm
interruptions.
not a morning person, and it is 6 a.m. her coffee talk time. So that's why we're pre doing this.
Well, you know, it's funny because I am not a night person. So this is so
Oh,
off of my, like, I'm like, why? In the morning, I'm so gun ho. And then right now, I'm like, but my bed's right there. I want to go lay in it. I'm done. It's dark out. I'm done.
well, then I just messed up your routine. I'm sorry.
No, this is perfect. This is actually more perfect than you would imagine, because my mom like just happened to take my son overnight, my little one, my almost 3 year old.
Oh,
So it snowed here today, and he's
there's
up
snow
there.
on the ground here too, as well.
Yeah. So he made his own little like snowman at my mom's house, and he wanted to spend the night. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I don't know. Maybe I'll sleep in. We'll see what happens.
There you go.
Sleeping in for me is like 6:30. But thank you again.
That's not sleeping in.
That is sleeping in. It is, I promise. So thank you again so much, Elyse. I really appreciate it, and I'm super excited to like build this business with you and have fun at the fit parties with you. And I'm just excited to see what comes. Like you're about to do 9 week control freak, you're going to keep going, and I'm really really excited for you. And that is your accountability call, by the way, because I'm looking forward to you doing 9 week control freak and finishing. So
I will.
awesome. Thank you again. I'm going to close this out.
Okay.
And let me just I don't know how to do anything.